Alright, you guys, we are here on the next day. The hide has been hanging and is semi-dry. And I'm gonna double check here because I can't freaking remember. Warm hide tanning formula by sitting bottle in a pot of hot tap water for 30 minutes. Oh god. We have a long way to go. I have a hot bag of water because I'm poor, but it will go in this bag and I will see you in 30 minutes. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you, there's kind of a mark through here. That's just where it was hanging over the post and where the fur was kind of laid out. But I wanted to show you in general how flat and laid out that fur is. I mean, we had buckshot holes all through this thing, at least all 9 pellets. Excuse me. But she's looking good now. I mean, this is a beautiful hide. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm a little jealous. My buddy, he's gonna be super happy, I think. And I mean, the fur on this thing's gorgeous. Not just the white, the piebald. First of all, these 3 dots, that's probably like my favorite part of this thing. But the extra white in there, and also the lightish brown with dark flecks all through here, is just absolutely beautiful. But this thing's coming together really well. Just to show you one of our stitches here, you can see that was one of our stitches from yesterday. Things start to shrink up a little bit, and those stitches get nice and tight. One thing I did want to say that I don't think I mentioned is when you make those slices, obviously you want to make them lengthwise with the grain across those bullet holes and then stitch up. You don't want to do them, you know, the opposite direction or anything weird like that. Just with the grain and on the flesh side with a really, really sharp blade, a scalpel blade or a razor blade preferably. I used my Swiss Army Tinker blade. I mean, great Swiss steel, really sharp, really thin blade. It did the trick. I mean, that's as good as it gets in my opinion. Nice and tight. And on the other side, I mean, laying nice and flat, at least way better than it was. And that's what we want. This thing's going to be beautiful. It's, you know, really, really leathered out, really nice. Like I said, you got a lot of loose hairs, which is normal when you do tanning. You're going to have some spots that are relatively loose. But we want to go ahead and get the solution on here, and it's going to be great. So we're at the point where we have our hide here. All our bullet holes are stitched up. The hide is semi-dry. Of course, the thinner spots, they're going to be your most dry. But you want like a semi-dry where it would still be able to soak everything in, but you don't want it completely dry where it would be hard to work. So we're gonna go ahead and get our bottle here. I'm gonna set that to the side. This should go pretty smooth. Alright, so we're going to take our bottle, we're going to shake it up real good. Yep, nice and fluid in there. That heat thinned it out. Alright, now we're going to take it, we're just going to pour it out onto the hide, start working it in. Definitely want to get it into every area, especially, you know, down where that tail is. Keep working it. Get around those stitches. Yeah, this bottle says it will do 1 deer hide. This deer's a little bit on the medium size. So those are things you just kind of want to take into consideration as you're going along. Again, I want to get some down on that tail. I know that looks kind of funny, probably. And any stuff that gets on the fur, we can brush that out later or use a damp cloth to wipe that away. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for tonight. We had a pseudo dry hide and we immersed our hide tanning solution in very hot water for 30 minutes, and we went ahead and applied it to this hide here, and we're gonna let it set up overnight and see what we can do with it tomorrow as far as breaking it in. I feel pretty good about it. And this hide will continue to, soak that solution up, and we should be in good shape. Alright guys, it's later in the week. You can see I've kind of been working on this hide a little bit. It's getting pretty supple. We don't want it too supple. We want it still kind of firm because we're going to use this as a display piece. But this is kind of what I do here. Get a tree just like this. Wrap the hide around. And you just pull back and forth. And you can see it's just continuing to loosen up there, and it's going to need more work, but we're getting there little by little. It's going to be pretty, but the first side looks really good too. It's going to be nice.